This podcast is powered by the pros at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned, Arkansas operated. GoPaschal.com.
Tom, appreciate you jumping in with us as always. You, of course, probably got to take in what happened in Omaha last night. How should Arkansas baseball fans feel about their former assistant, Tony Vitello, winning? It's only been there 7 years, 3 of the last 4 College World Series he's been a part of, number 1 seed, won the SEC tournament. What's your sense of how Arkansas fans should and maybe are feeling this morning?
Right, and good morning, everybody. Well, I don't want to tell anybody how to feel, but I'm aware that there are fans who are probably still, upset or frustrated with Tony that, they had the flare up on the field in Knoxville when Arkansas was winning 2 or 3 a few years ago. But, Dave Van Horn has since said they're all good. And, this is alpha dudes doing their thing, in high stress competition of the recruiting. And I'm still there. I'm sure they're still good. So here's the way I feel about it. Tony was good to me while he was here. He's an intense guy. His brand, and I've said it on the show before, it's gonna carry on. Even if they hadn't won this, he's got a good thing going. And I don't know if there's been any news overnight that Texas is hard after him. But if I'm Tony Vitello, I'm building a legacy in Knoxville for now. So we'll see. But anyway, how should Arkansas fans feel? Well, probably happy that one of Dave's top proteges has gone on and won a national championship. And honestly, you can't help but reference 2018 and how Arkansas should have won that one. And then the SEC streak will, be extended one more year, actually. And you got the sense from Tennessee this season that the team they had 2 years ago that was the best team in the country, number one all the whole way, they were kind of fighting to remedy, make good on that. Just like Arkansas, in 2018, they came back in 2021 and had the best team. It's just that Arkansas hasn't had the chance to come back and remedy that situation.
You referenced the Texas job, which they let go David Pierce, their baseball coach. There are rumors flying around in Omaha that it's either going to be Vitello or Schlossnagle that gets named. Schlossnagle got asked about it. He was not happy, left the press conference directly after that question. Tom, in your mind, could you see either one of them taking the job at Austin, Texas as the head baseball coach?
Well, me and some of the guys around who cover the Razorbacks yesterday had this discussion. And how Texas was it that on the day of the national championship that the Pierce thing goes down? I mean, it's not – I mean, if you're going to do it, can't you wait a day? I don't know what caused the timing of it, but not really cool.
Arrogance, Tom. That's what caused it.
It really is. That's not cool. It brings a bad light on the program, honestly. And if I'm either one of those guys, and I've already talked about the Tony thing. I mean, he's the man in Knoxville, Tennessee. He brought the first championship since T. Martin in the football program in '98. And so if I'm Jim Schlossnagle, I know he's good friends with Chris Del Conte, but he's got a nice thing going at A&M, and he's only been there 3 years now.
Yep.
And so I don't know if I would do that. I just just the fact that it happened on the day you're playing in the national championship would rub me the wrong way.
I'm with you 100%. Tom Murphy is our guest. Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. I'm curious what your buddy Kirk Bowles is hearing in terms of who covers the Longhorns for the Austin American-Statesman, what's going on there. And I know that you guys are probably going to be having more conversations often, Tom. With July 1st, next Monday, Texas and Oklahoma officially join the Southeastern Conference. I'm of the belief, Tom, that Oklahoma's going to struggle right off the bat. I think they might have 5 or 6 losses on their schedule looking at what they have ahead. How do you feel about the Sooners and the Longhorns in year number 1, football-wise, in this league?
Well, it was one of the early dominoes in this latest kind of round of the major conferences starting to separate themselves and pull away and move toward greater autonomy. And if you read any of Ross Dellinger from over the weekend, that's the way things seem to be going. And the SEC obviously got to snap up 2 of the biggest traditional programs with huge coffers in the country. and keep their, quote, geographical footprint intact. I'm more of a traditionalist. I wasn't that happy when A&M and Missouri joined the league. It broke away from the 12, but I guess the conference leaders sensed at that time that this is the way things are going. I don't know if there's ever putting the genie back in the bottle on the direction college sports is going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to conflate that issue with what you asked me, so I'll just say this: it puts Arkansas in. Both of these schools have huge budgets, have great football traditions, and OU's winning a lot of other championships. In women's gymnastics and softball, they've got a pretty good all-around program. So it's a greater competition, and I'm not going to be a fan of the one set of standings in football. I think it's stupid.
Oh, I agree 100%. I know we were going off on it a week or so ago. Right in lockstep with you, Mr. Tom Murphy. I want to ask Arkansas football. So we had this guy, Eric Galco, on yesterday who heads up the Shrine Bowl, basically. East-West, seniors, bunch of guys he gets to scout and look at. We talked Taylor Green. I think people are excited about him. One of the guys, not that Taylor won a big deal, but I'm really excited about Jaquindon Jackson, Tom. You got a chance to watch him in spring. Injured a lot in Utah and Salt Lake City. Talked about that with you and others in the media sessions. What kind of piece do you think he is as an addition, especially losing Rocket Sanders to South Carolina and Augustive to Deion Sanders in Colorado?
Yeah, and A.J. Green.
That too, yep.
To Oklahoma State. But, I think he's a huge piece. We saw in the spring game that he turned a pass into a touchdown with a little wiggle to him. And so he's going to be a dangerous guy. I think he's a rugged enough guy to go between the tackles. I don't know if he's, quite the home run hitter if he gets a crease on the edge, but he's just going to be really solid. And I think with he and DeBinion, you got a great 1-2, and then there's other pieces like Braylon Russell and so on. But I think Jaquindon Jackson is going to be have a chance to be one of the better backs in the SEC because he played through that ankle injury last year, and Arkansas has just had so much turnover on key skill positions that you do wonder how it will all come together. They're not going to be well regarded. I guess we're going to pick the conferences 1 through 16. So I'm imagining they're going to be 12 or lower on what the media picks Arkansas to finish.
I would guess you're probably right on that. Tom, last thing before we let you go, we got about 30 seconds here. UCA and Little Rock, it sounds like, according to John Rothstein. We got multiple non-conference games already set. This is the one outside of Oakland that sounds like it's going to be played in the state. What do you think about this seemingly being on Arkansas' schedule as we let you go here?
Yeah, love it. You got to keep, the fact that they dropped the in-state deal, the ban on scheduling them has been really good. We're going to get a big football game with Arkansas State here in 25. That's really key for Arkansas. So I like it. It's good for everyone involved in the state.
BetOnline is your #1 source for all your betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use our promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts.